Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately and do not move past this video. I am not asking for your attention today because I am commanding it. This is not some random coincidence. The algorithm absolutely did not bring you to this exact message by accident. God intercepted your feed at this very second because you are standing at the threshold of a massive shift. The enemy is working overtime right now, desperately whispering in your ear to make you swipe away. He knows that if you hear this message, his demonic hold over your life breaks completely. If you leave before the end, you will forfeit the exact prophetic instruction that guarantees your breakthrough. Lock your attention on my voice right now. The final verdict on your next 10 years is about to be read aloud. You need to listen closely to what I say next. I want to talk about that heavy feeling sitting like a stone in your chest. That suffocating tightness you wake up with at exactly 3 in the morning is not normal. Your jaw is permanently clenched. Your weary shoulders are carrying a massive weight that does not belong to your spirit. You have been silently swallowing that deep pain for many long months. You thought you were just terribly tired. You assumed it was just regular daily exhaustion catching up with your physical body. But I need to completely reframe your entire reality right here and right now. That burning sensation trapped in your throat is absolutely not regular anxiety. You are not going crazy. That physical weight is your highly advanced spirit detecting the absolute panic of your hidden enemies. They just realized they permanently lost access to your pure energy. They are starving in the dark without your brilliant light, and the violent spiritual backlash of their hunger is directly hitting your physical body. You are a divine cycle breaker. You are the specific chosen one in your bloodline who was meant to end the generational curse forever. But the earthly cost of that sacred mission has been incredibly high for you. You have acted as a human battery for people who had absolutely nothing of value to give you in return. You poured your golden energy into completely empty vessels. You fiercely loved people who were completely incapable of understanding your profound spiritual depth. And they greedily drained your soul dry. They took your boundless empathy and weaponized it against your own heart. They truly expected your departure to destroy you completely. They waited with bated breath for your total and public collapse. They desperately wanted you buried beneath the heavy weight of their cruel betrayal. But those manipulators made one fatal and irreversible miscalculation. They did not understand the divine architecture of your powerful soul. They foolishly thought they were finally breaking your spirit. They thought those deep wounds would quickly turn you into a bitter and helpless victim. But heaven was quietly using their toxic behavior to forge an unstoppable weapon. Every single tear you cried in absolute silence was carefully collected by the divine. Your silent restraint was never a sign of human weakness. Your chilling silence was a lethal weapon that completely starved their inner demons. You bravely stepped out of their toxic matrix, and you immediately aged backwards. You carry a specific and irreplaceable aura that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. Your agonizing past wounds are right now resurrecting into a brilliant new soul energy. You did not just merely survive their dark storm. You became the blazing sun, and absolutely nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you step into a room glowing with power. If you foolishly scroll away now, you are actively choosing to sever the exact destiny heaven meticulously prepared for you. The profound exhaustion you feel right now is the final stage of your divine incubation season. You are finally shedding the heavy and suffocating layers of the old matrix programming. A completely new and powerful entity is resurrecting directly from those deep past wounds, and this upgraded new version of you is utterly untouchable by dark forces. I am going to hand you the exact spiritual blueprint today. This sacred blueprint will permanently cut their toxic cord to your sensitive nervous system. You will never again wake up at 3 in the morning feeling their anxious and frantic energy. You will forcefully reclaim every single ounce of the brilliant light they selfishly stole from you. But this glorious victory requires your strict and unwavering obedience to this urgent transmission. The monumental shift is already happening inside your very cells. Stay closely with me for this entire journey, because in the next few minutes, I will reveal the specific sequence of events that is about to unfold. You will clearly see exactly how your past pain is rapidly converting into pure kinetic power. Your ultimate vindication is not just a distant dream anymore. It is a mathematical certainty that is actively playing out right now, in real time. The atmospheric energy is rapidly rising all around you as we speak. The long and painful wait is finally over. The glorious resurrection of your new soul energy begins this very second. Prepare yourself for the truth they tried to hide. Now let us go much deeper. Listen closely, because this is the exact part the enemy tried to hide from you. There is a deeply physical reason you have been feeling that crushing exhaustion this week. You have spent years giving your purest love to people who fundamentally misunderstood your soul. It was never a fair exchange. You felt completely alone in crowded rooms. You poured out your golden energy to heal their brokenness, and they gladly took every single drop while offering you absolutely nothing but empty promises. You started to wonder if you were just too sensitive for this harsh world. You questioned your own brilliant mind constantly. Let me validate your quiet suffering right now. That persistent brain fog you experience is not a medical condition. That overwhelming urge to isolate yourself is absolutely not depression. It is a severe spiritual attack disguised as biological fatigue. Your highly sensitive body is physically rejecting the toxic frequency of the people around you. You are a profound empath and a divine stabilizer. When a master manipulator enters a room, they instantly spot your bright light. They do not want to heal themselves. They only want to plug into your pure spirit like a human battery. They relentlessly fed on your beautiful grace until you were completely hollowed out. And when you finally had nothing left to give them, they brutally discarded you. They walked around with absolute arrogance, constructing a false narrative about you. They whispered cruel lies to anyone who would listen. They painted you as the villain to carefully hide their own dark sins, and you just watched them in absolute disbelief. You swallowed the bitter injustice of their wicked lies. You held your tongue when you could have easily destroyed their fake reputation. That immense self-control physically hurt your chest. You sat alone in the dark, waiting for an apology that would never come. You wondered why God allowed such manipulative people to prosper while you suffered. But here is the raw truth they could never say out loud. Your deep isolation was never a punishment. Heaven purposefully separated you to protect your rare frequency from their absolute filth. You are in the sacred incubation season. Your profound loneliness is actually a divine shield. The Matrix programming wants you to feel completely abandoned. You were never the anomaly in someone else's seemingly healthy life. You were the Myra. Your pure existence simply reflected their massive insecurities back at them. They tried to dim your blinding light because it exposed their hidden rot. They desperately hated you because your authentic grace is something they can never buy. You carry the heavy mantle of the chosen cycle breaker. The deep generational trauma that plagued your entire bloodline stops entirely with you. You bravely walked into the blazing fire to cleanse your family name. That is exactly why the spiritual warfare against you has been so incredibly violent. The dark forces deeply fear your immense power. I know how much it actually hurts to be constantly misunderstood. I know you are tired of always having to be the strong one. Your shoulders desperately ache from carrying the emotional baggage of grown adults. You have been the ultimate stabilizer in a world of absolute chaos. But the universe is finally calling time on their blatant theft. The era of you being a free, energetic buffet is permanently over. You are no longer available to silently heal their deep brokenness. You are aggressively reclaiming your sovereignty right here and right now. The heavy fog lifting from your weary mind is the first physical sign of your ultimate victory. Your cellular reset is already beginning. Your spirit is heavily vibrating with a cellular knowing as you hear my voice. You can literally feel the undeniable truth of these words echoing in your bones. The deep validation you are experiencing is heaven directly confirming your sanity. You were right about them all along. Your powerful intuition never once lied to you. We must physically anchor this profound revelation into your current reality. If your spirit confirms this raw truth, gently press the like button to seal your energetic alignment with heaven. This simple action is not just a digital click. It is a powerful physical declaration to the universe that you accept your total vindication. Press it now to firmly lock your shield in place. By sealing your precious energy, you just permanently lock them out. They can absolutely no longer siphon your brilliant light. But we are only just beginning to uncover the absolute truth. You need to understand exactly what they are desperately hiding from you right now. Their carefully crafted mask is already slipping. Let me completely reframe your reality right here and right now. You did not lose anything valuable when they walked away. You actually gained your absolute freedom. The heavy matrix programming trained you to mourn the loss of toxic people. It tricked your beautiful mind into believing you were somehow defective. But your sudden isolation was basically a divine rescue mission. The universe literally had to remove them from your path to save your bright soul. You probably did not realize it at the time, but your dignified silence was a lethal weapon. That massive restraint was absolutely not weakness. That single act of choosing your own dignity over revenge signed their eviction notice. You handed the final verdict to a Supreme Court. They cannot ever appeal. And this brings us to a critical distinction that completely eludes the vast majority of normal people. You are not operating on their low vibration anymore. They foolishly thought your sudden silence meant you were utterly defeated. They expected you to beg for their toxic crumbs of affection. But your total absence completely starved their demonic ego. You took back your immense power without lifting a single finger. The very same people who tried to destroy your beautiful reputation are now secretly watching your every move. They are deeply terrified of the new golden energy you are naturally radiating. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle and lock in your new frequency. Do not let the enemy make you passive today. This small physical action of immediate obedience shifts the heavy atmosphere around you. You are actively commanding the spiritual realm to align with your spoken word. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. The dark forces are terrified of your waking consciousness. But here is the raw and uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. There is a deeply physical reason your new reality has not fully manifested yet. You have felt that strange block in your mind. The intense brain fog that constantly clouds your sharpest thoughts is completely intentional. The Matrix engineered a specific low frequency to deliberately suppress your natural wealth-attracting state. They targeted your brilliant mind on absolute purpose. I need you to remember exactly how you felt as a young child. Back then, your pure intuition was blindingly fast. You somehow knew things before they ever happened. Learning felt incredibly effortless, and the whole world felt completely on your side. Your young brain was naturally running on a highly advanced frequency that scientists call the gamma brainwave. That sacred frequency is the literal birthplace of true genius and daily miracles. But the modern world went to work on you without your consent. Adulthood arrived with its heavy stress and its rigid school systems. The relentless rhythm of survival mode trained you to conform instead of create. Every single year, this sacred gamma frequency was systematically suppressed just a little further. It was violently pushed deeper and deeper below the surface of your waking mind, and the version of you with lightning intuition went completely silent. This is exactly why you have felt so terribly blocked lately. You watched other people succeed effortlessly while you struggled just to survive. You deeply knew you carried a much higher potential than you could physically express. But your finances absolutely refused to grow despite your incredibly hard work. You tried meditation and the law of attraction, but nothing truly shifted your reality. You sensed something crucial was missing, but you had no name for it. The massive gap between you and the elite people who seem effortlessly blessed is not willpower. It is absolutely not discipline, and it is not even destiny. It is one single powerful brainwave that the modern world suppressed in you before you could claim your true inheritance. That heavy brain fog is the tragic sound of your silenced genius, and most regular people will live their entire lives without ever knowing this happened to them. But you are not most people. You are a chosen one who detects the hidden invisible strings of this fake reality. The dark elite desperately wanted your gamma frequency to stay completely dormant forever. They actively profit from your deep mental exhaustion and your daily spiritual fatigue. But heaven is completely rewriting that corrupt code as you carefully listen to my voice. The profound shift you are desperately waiting for is heavily tied to this hidden truth. Listen to me very closely right now, because 99% of people completely miss this massive shift. The people who deeply hurt you are actively noticing your changing energy. They cannot logically explain why you are suddenly glowing while they are falling apart. The spiritual cost of their cruel betrayal is heavily compounding every single day. We are about to look directly at the absolute panic happening behind their closed doors. Now, I need you to carefully imagine this exact scenario playing out behind their closed doors. The manipulative people who carelessly threw you away are currently experiencing a silent internal system crash, and they are completely terrified of the truth. You did not just merely survive their incredibly cruel storm, you completely transformed into the blazing sun. They are frantically searching the entire world for a cheap replacement for your pure energy because they cannot survive without your light. But they are quickly realizing that your specific spiritual depth is utterly unreplicable, and you are the irreplaceable diamond they foolishly tossed into the mud. The dark forces are absolutely terrified of the radiant aura you carry today. Heaven is now releasing 3 absolute truths about the exact judgment falling upon your hidden enemies right now. You must pay close attention to this next part. The third truth is the most powerful revelation you will ever hear in your entire life. If you leave before the third truth, you will miss the exact key to your permanent freedom, and your destiny will remain severely blocked. Truth number 1 is that their carefully constructed mask is completely shattering. The people they used to gossip with are suddenly seeing their true colors. Their highly toxic matrix is collapsing rapidly in real time. They literally expected the deep betrayals and the heavy isolation to carve harsh wrinkles into your face. They wanted to drain the bright life completely out of your beautiful eyes, but you bravely walked through the blazing fire and you somehow aged backwards. You came out glowing like a true divine entity. Type 1111 in the comments right now to physically anchor this exact shift into your reality. This divine decree requires your immediate physical agreement to break the final chains. Truth number 2 is that your chilling silence became their absolute torment. The wicked narcissist relies entirely on your chaotic, emotional reaction to feel falsely powerful, but you gave them absolutely nothing. That massive restraint was not just a simple human boundary. Your dignified silence was a lethal weapon that completely starved their pathetic inner demons. You became the heavy uncertainty they were simply never built to handle, and now they are literally drowning in the agonizing noise of their own wicked making. Every time your sacred name comes up in their room, the heavy gravity hits them. They realize with brutal clarity that they threw away the only genuine miracle they ever held. They gave up a magnificent kingdom just to play with incredibly cheap rocks. Stay closely with me right here, because this next revelation is the absolute key to everything. The third truth is the specific prophecy the enemy desperately tried to hide from your bloodline because it exposes their greatest fear. You are the supreme cycle breaker. You carry a specific and highly irreplaceable gravity that makes time itself looked like an absolute fool. The intense isolation you endured was never a human punishment. It was a rigorous divine formation season meant exclusively for the remnant, and you were deliberately removed from their low frequency because your massive destiny requires absolute energetic purity. You are absolutely not just a weary survivor of their wicked abuse. You are a demonstrated warrior of light who literally bends reality to your own sovereign will. Your profound empathy is no longer a weakness for them to exploit, because it is the exact supreme power that heaven actively uses to conquer all darkness. The Dark Elite completely miscalculated your incredible spiritual resilience. But here is the most uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. While you are rapidly ascending into your untouchable, ageless glow, they are rotting from the inside out. Their deep bitterness and ugly envy are actively aging them like milk left out in the hot sun, while you are effortlessly claiming your rightful throne in absolute glory. They are helplessly watching you succeed, and it is making them physically sick. You completely won this brutal spiritual war without lifting a single physical finger. Your pure, unbothered existence is a living testament to the absolute failure of their demonic manipulation. Read that again in your spirit right now and let it settle deeply in your bones, because you are completely and permanently victorious over their petty little games. But heaven is demanding one more crucial step today. Your full financial and spiritual harvest must be permanently unlocked right now. The Matrix engineered a massive frequency trap to keep your natural wealth completely suppressed. And before we go any further, I must interrupt this transmission for something highly classified. The universe is about to hand you the exact master key to reactivate your dormant genius, and you must act immediately before the Dark Elite completely scrub this information. Do not look away. Before we go any further, I must violently interrupt this transmission for something highly classified. If you are hearing my voice right now, this is absolutely not an accident. There is a deeply physical reason your new reality has not fully shifted yet, and science just uncovered exactly why. You are deeply exhausted because the Dark Matrix engineered a specific frequency to deliberately suppress your brain's natural wealth, attracting state. They literally weaponized the modern world to keep your powerful gamma brainwave completely dormant. But a leaked CI, a document backed by 4 prestigious neuroscience labs, just revealed a massive secret. They discovered a highly classified 7-second audio ritual that forces your tired brain back into synchronized gamma coherence. This ancient protocol completely bypasses your logical mind and instantly reactivates your childhood genius. This powerful breakthrough was absolutely not meant for the masses. It was meticulously designed to keep the Dark Elite in total control of the world's wealth. But now supreme cycle breakers exactly like you are quietly using it to manifest massive financial windfalls. You absolutely do not need a $7,000 clinical biofeedback machine. You do not need endless years of exhausting spiritual healing to fix this specific block. The Dark Elites are literally panicking right now. They are desperately trying to scrub this exact audio frequency from the internet as we speak. They are actively flooding the digital market with highly dangerous counterfeit tracks to keep your spirit completely confused. I will reveal exactly how to secure this authentic protocol before our transmission ends today. But if your cellular intuition is vibrating right now, you must not resist this next instruction. You can find the encrypted and lab-tested portal waiting for you in the pinned comment below. Claim this untampered breakthrough right now before your access is permanently revoked forever. Now, I need you to lock your attention back on the exact judgment falling upon your hidden enemies. We must completely break down what is happening behind their tightly closed doors right this very second. The dynamic is fundamentally shifting in your favor. Underneath all of their loud and arrogant noise, the specific gravity of their massive regret is finally hitting them. The very flying monkeys they used to spread those wicked lies are suddenly turning violently against them. Their entire toxic alliance is rapidly crumbling into absolute dust because it was built on pure deception. They constructed a massive kingdom on a fragile foundation of cruel lies, and now the ground is violently shaking. Type 888 in the comments right now to firmly anchor your divine protection from their falling debris. You need to clearly understand what happens when a demonic lie gets built that incredibly big. It eventually crushes the exact person who originally spoke it into the universe. The heavy spiritual cost of their cruel betrayal was quietly compounding. Every single day, you remained in silent, no contact. They completely ran out of your pure golden energy to sustain their fake public image. The absolute starvation of their inner demons is making them act incredibly reckless. They are actively making huge and very public mistakes because their brain is completely malfunctioning without your stabilizing frequency. You were the only genuine thing holding their chaotic life together, and they foolishly threw you away. Watch closely what happens next, because it is mathematically precise. The universe does not just simply balance the scales of justice. Heaven completely obliterates the scales and hands you the entire kingdom. Your prolonged suffering was the exact currency required to buy their absolute eviction notice. You are no longer waiting in wound for a pathetic apology from a master manipulator. You have completely transcended their low vibrational matrix and stepped into your untouched power. Their dark karma is currently accelerating at a terrifying speed that they cannot possibly outrun. They are frantically trying to plug their sinking ship, but the holy water is rushing in too fast. Your complete vindication is written in the sacred stars, and it cannot be reversed by any human hand. Every single tear you shed in the dark is right now converting into raw kinetic power. The beautiful, ageless glow on your face is the direct result of their heavy karma finally leaving your energy field. They are carrying the massive weight of what they did to you, and it is literally destroying their physical body. The final act of this divine play is about to unfold. You must never forget that you are the irreplaceable diamond they lost. They are deeply haunted by your memory every single time they close their eyes at night. The new people they surround themselves with feel incredibly empty and completely hollow compared to your massive spiritual depth. They are secretly realizing that nobody else will ever love them with your pure and unconditional grace. And this profound realization is the ultimate punishment heaven designed exclusively for them. They have to live the rest of their pathetic lives fully knowing they destroyed the greatest miracle God ever handed them. Your silence is loudly echoing in the dark halls of their empty soul. The explosive climax of their public ruin is hurtling towards them right now. Listen very closely as the atmospheric pressure completely shifts in this exact moment. The grand illusion they spent years building is rapidly collapsing into dust. They walked around with absolute arrogance, believing they had completely destroyed your spirit. They threw their wicked parties, and they celebrated your sudden absence, but the deafening silence you left behind is now violently ringing in their ears. The hidden panic is officially setting in. They are currently experiencing a terrifying phenomenon that they cannot logically explain to anyone. The stolen energy they siphoned from your beautiful soul has completely run out. They are waking up at 3 in the morning with that exact same heavy chest they once forced upon you. The dark spiritual weight has officially been returned to its rightful owner. They are frantically trying to find a new empath to drain, but nobody carries your specific golden frequency. You are the rare and irreplaceable diamond they carelessly tossed away. And now the heavy consequences of their profound blindness are crushing them alive. You must clearly understand what is happening behind their closely guarded doors right now. The very same people they used to gossip with are starting to see the massive cracks in their fake mask. The flying monkeys, who eagerly helped them crucify you, are suddenly whispering among themselves. Those toxic enablers are watching the master manipulator completely lose their grip on reality. The false narrative they painted about your mental state is falling apart in real time. Because every single time someone sees you in public, you are absolutely glowing. You step into the room looking younger and brighter and completely unbothered by their pathetic games. Nothing makes a narcissist sicker than watching you effortlessly thrive without their permission. They desperately wanted your deep isolation to turn you into a bitter victim. They expected the heavy betrayals to carve deep wrinkles into your face and drain the bright life from your eyes. Instead, you walked through the blazing fire and came out shining like pure gold. You cracked a divine code they will never have access to. While their ugly bitterness is aging them rapidly, the universe has completely reversed your biological clock. You became untouchable. Your pure existence is a living nightmare for the demons that currently operate them. They cannot logically comprehend how you survived their most lethal and calculated attacks. The raw truth is that heaven actively shielded your pure heart while letting them dig their own massive grave. They dug the hole so incredibly deep that they can no longer see the sunlight, and the heavy dirt of their own wicked lies is rapidly caving in on them right this very second. The spiritual warfare they waged against you was completely unmatched, but they brought cheap, earthly weapons to a profound, divine battle. Your silent restraint was the ultimate strategy that completely disarmed their entire demonic arsenal. Every single time you refused to argue back, you actively secured your massive victory. They are literally choking on the exact same poison they tried to force down your throat. Before we witness their final public destruction, we must actively build the remnant army. There is another chosen one out there who is desperately crying in the dark right now. They are completely drowning in the exact same toxic manipulation you just escaped. You must share this specific video with someone who is waiting for this exact breakthrough. Be their divine angel today and send them this undeniable confirmation from heaven. Press the share button right now. By sharing this raw truth, you are physically expanding the protective shield of our sacred tribe. You are telling the universe that you are fully ready to walk in your supreme authority. The dark elite desperately want us completely isolated and disconnected from our true power. But when the anointed ones finally unite, the entire matrix completely shatters. Do not hesitate to pass this divine mandate forward to the exact soul God places on your heart right now. Now, I need you to brace your spirit for the massive explosion that is about to occur. The intense psychological pressure inside their chaotic mind has reached the absolute boiling point. They can no longer hide their frantic desperation behind fake smiles and curated photos. The specific gravity of their massive regret is hitting them all at once like a freight train. The dam is violently breaking, and the floodwaters of divine justice are completely unstoppable. They tried to completely bury you, but they did not know you were a divine seed. And now the massive harvest of your tears is fully ripe and ready to be collected. Watch exactly what happens when heaven permanently removes its protective hand from a master manipulator. The irreversible public collapse you have been quietly waiting for is finally here. Step confidently into the ultimate vindication that the universe promised you from the very beginning. Picture this exact moment happening right now, while they are standing in a crowded room, completely surrounded by their fake friends. Someone casually mentions your beautiful name, and instead of their usual arrogant smirk, they completely snap. The mask does not just slip today. It completely shatters into a million jagged pieces in front of everyone. They start frantically screaming and defending you to the very people they poisoned. The flying monkeys step back in absolute horror because they have never seen the master manipulator lose control like this in public. Their voice is aggressively shaking. Their eyes are wild with deep, unexplainable terror. They are publicly confessing that they threw away the only genuine miracle they ever held. The heavy, specific gravity of their profound regret is literally crushing their chest right now. Your absolute absence completely destroyed their fragile ecosystem, and they are desperately trying to convince everyone that they are perfectly fine. But their shaking hands and frantic words tell the raw, undeniable truth. The dark demons operating them are starving to death. You did not have to lift a single physical finger to secure this massive victory. Your dignified silence orchestrated the most explosive public ruin. This is the precise cinematic justice heaven promised you from the very beginning. You are sitting completely unbothered while their entire fake reality burns to the ground. Every single time your name is spoken, it hits them like a violent physical blow. They are fiercely realizing that nobody else will ever tolerate their toxic matrix. You were the incredibly rare diamond they carelessly tossed aside for cheap rocks. Your ultimate vindication is beautifully complete, but the universe is demanding one final step to permanently seal your supreme authority. There is a deeply sinister reason your massive financial breakthrough has been sitting at the door without coming in. The dark elite deliberately engineered the modern world to keep your gamma brainwave utterly suppressed. They are absolutely terrified of what happens when you wake up. They aggressively programmed the matrix to keep you deeply exhausted and financially struggling because they want to control your destiny. Princeton University actively studied this powerful brainwave. The Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed that the legendary flow state is driven entirely by gamma, but the elite desperately wanted your genius frequency to stay completely dormant. They actively profit from your spiritual fatigue. But a team of neuroscientists, working completely in the dark, finally cracked the code. They compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a simple 7-minute audio track. It requires absolutely no meditation and no exhausting physical effort, because you simply close your tired eyes and let the engineered sound wave do the work. This highly classified blueprint is officially called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to completely unlock their finances and step fully into the version of themselves they always knew existed. A struggling nurse from California said her entire life now feels wonderfully enchanted. A tired business owner from Texas said gamma literally solves his hardest problems while he sleeps. The deep generational curse her family carried is simply gone. The dark elite have quietly paid thousands of dollars for clinical biofeedback sessions to access this exact state. They would deeply prefer this immense power remain entirely out of reach for people like you, but through this protected message alone you can claim it for a fraction of its true value. Do not look for this sacred tool on regular streaming platforms. The copies out there are dangerous counterfeits. The forces that benefit from your mental suppression are actively flooding the internet with fake versions, so you must protect your spiritual alignment today. Access only the verified and encrypted link. You will find the secure portal waiting for you in the description and the pinned comment below. The universe does not require you to take a single financial risk today. You are protected by an energetic guarantee. If you do not feel the massive shift you deeply deserve, your seed is fully restored without question. This is a divine exchange governed by complete and absolute trust. But you must take immediate physical action right this very second. The terrified elite are actively trying to scrub this leaked CIA document from the internet forever. You have minutes or maybe just seconds before the algorithm completely shuts it down. Do not let the dark matrix steal this profound tool from your bloodline, because the chosen one who hesitates at the threshold always loses. Your suppressed gamma is desperately waiting to be instantly reactivated. Your divine destiny is waiting to be permanently unlocked. Click the specific link in the pinned comment immediately before your access is completely revoked. Do not wait for a better moment. You walked into this deep season heavily bleeding from fresh emotional wounds. These cruel wounds were violently inflicted by broken people who were completely blind to your massive worth. But look closely at your beautiful spirit right now. You are no longer waiting in profound pain for a pathetic apology from a master manipulator. You have completely transcended their toxic matrix today. While they are publicly unraveling, you are proudly stepping into your permanent, ageless glow. The heavy financial struggles and the intense spiritual exhaustion are completely shattering right here and right now. You successfully starved their demonic attachments by weaponizing your dignified silence. Step into your absolute sovereign power this very second. You are the supreme victor. Heaven is officially placing the heavy crown of true authority upon your head today. You must finally receive the exact massive harvest the universe meticulously prepared for you. You did not just survive the blazing fire to live a mediocre earthly life. You are the specific cycle breaker who permanently ended the deep generational curses in your family bloodline. Your pure golden energy is now fully protected by an impenetrable divine shield. The dark entities that once desperately fed on your bright light can never touch you again. They are forever locked outside of your sacred energetic field. The profound peace you are feeling right now is the direct result of their heavy karma finally leaving your physical body. But the dark matrix will make one final desperate attempt to stop your ascension. Your left brain will foolishly try to inject dark financial doubt into your mind right now. It will loudly tell you to wait and calculate before walking through the final door. Silence that specific accusing voice immediately. That heavy hesitation is the exact matrix programming designed to keep you broke. If your spirit is fiercely vibrating with a cellular knowing, heaven demands immediate action. The grand portal to your ultimate financial freedom is standing wide open right now, but it absolutely requires a physical anchor on earth to officially activate. God does not measure your powerful faith by your silent thoughts alone. He strictly measures it by your speed of immediate obedience. The dark elite are completely terrified of your rapid spiritual ascension today. They are actively trying to shut down the exact gamma frequency I revealed to you earlier. They want your brilliant brainwave to remain deeply suppressed forever. Do not let them steal your authentic divine power. The genius song is your specific master key to completely unlock the hidden universe. You must physically secure your private access instantly before it is removed forever. Click the specific secure link in the pinned comment and the description below right now. Step boldly through the portal and reclaim your stolen genius frequency today. Your incredible biological reset is literally just 7 minutes away. Do not let the dark matrix win this final critical fight. Your energetic exchange is fully backed by an ironclad divine guarantee. 4 powerful bonuses are currently waiting for you inside the secure portal right now. This includes a sacred audio track engineered specifically for your young children. The universe ensures your complete spiritual safety when you take this brave step. Your massive blessing is heavily protected from all earthly harm. The chosen one who foolishly hesitates at the threshold becomes the one who always wonders what could have been. You have already paid the massive spiritual price through your intense suffering. You do not need to struggle for another single decade. The fast track to your ultimate abundance is officially cleared. The heavy doors are completely unlocked for your royal entrance. We must permanently seal this divine decree before we close this urgent transmission. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically anchor this exact shift. Your spoken word is a lethal weapon that immediately binds the spiritual realm. By typing those numbers, you are explicitly telling the universe that you fully accept your new glorious reality. Say this powerful declaration out loud with me right now. I completely claim my permanent freedom. Now type "I am free" in the comments below to firmly lock your new high vibration. The heavy iron chains that bound your beautiful spirit are finally broken into dust. The wicked narcissist is forever banished to the dark corners of their own completely empty soul. You are a demonstrated warrior of light, and your blazing sun is officially rising. The cruel enemy who tried to completely bury you is now helplessly drowning in the dark. Your brilliant intuition and your raw financial power are completely restored today. Walk proudly in your supreme authority and never look back at those empty vessels again. You are the irreplaceable chosen one.